my students shared that he's really afraid to take a solo in public. He gets so nervous and he doesn't want to make a fool of himself. So in this video, I'm going to share 3 tips that will help you relax when you play a solo in front of others. Hi, I'm Donna from DonnaSchwartzMusic.com, the site to boost your playing up to the next level. So my student, who's been playing saxophone for over 30 years, developed a fear of taking solos in public. Now, this stemmed from a really bad experience he had while in a community jazz band a number of years ago. He was berated by some of his bandmates, which is so not cool. By the way, that's one way to definitely not get recommended for gigs. I've covered this subject before in a bunch of my videos here. So every time a solo came up, he declined to take it. Have you ever done that? Hey, let me know in the comments below. Now, that's such a shame that he felt he had to do that, and I don't want him or you to have to decline another solo again. So here are a few quick tips. Tip number 1, not only know the melody of the tune well enough, but also know the root notes of the chords so you know where you are in the song. If you're new to music and don't understand enough theory to figure out every chord, hey, that's okay. There are plenty of resources out there. Now, I do have my own jazz theory primer that takes you from the very basics of theory to understanding the chord changes. I'll put the link in the description below. But if you don't know how to form all the chords, at least read the letter names of the chords so that you have the root notes. By knowing what the root notes are, by playing them, by hearing them, that's going to help you know where you are in the tune. Tip number 2. This one's more technical, and it can apply to any wind instrument. Find a way to relax your fingers. When your fingers are tense, do this with me, tense your fingers. Where else is the tension? It's in your elbow, your forearm, your shoulder, your neck. Now, you could do breathing exercises, you could meditate, you could visualize, but honestly, the first step, just be aware whether or not your fingers are tense. And that awareness and solving this problem will solve a whole host of other problems, like not being coordinated with your articulation, getting distracted in a tune and then getting lost in the form. Now for saxophone, one of my great teachers, Jeff Lang, taught me this. Your fingers either rest or press. Rest or press. That's it. Now this could also apply to flute players and clarinet players as well. But brass players, it's a different story. We're pressing down valves that can be pretty heavy, especially when you're dealing with tuba or baritone, and some trumpet valves that certainly need some oiling. So there, we definitely want to keep our fingers on top of the valves, but it's going to be a little bit more pressure that we're going to be utilizing there. Tip number 3, you can't be relaxed when you're stressing out about performing a memorized solo or a written out solo that you memorized. Hey, that puts way too much pressure on you during a performance, and it just doesn't sound real. It sounds like you're reading something instead of feeling it. That's one of the differences between an amateur playing a solo and a pro playing it. Now, I'm going to take a really basic solo like the one to Dion's The Wanderer. This is going to be me as if I was reading it. Now, this is me performing it as opposed to reading it. Could you hear the difference between reading it versus performing it? I hope so. And the more that you get into performing whatever solo you have and practicing performing it, it's going to calm you down, it's going to relax you more, and it's going to relax your whole body, your fingers, and then you're going to enjoy your performance more, and you will not decline any more solos. Hey, by the way, if you want to be able to play blues solos and sound like a pro, my new Boost Your Blues Improvisation course is almost ready. So if you want to help me design this course by telling me what's your #1 biggest struggle when it comes to improvising over the blues, and if you want to be one of the first to know when it's out, click the link below and give me your questions to get on that list. Now, if you like this video, like it and subscribe to my channel by tapping on that subscribe bell below. Hey, thanks so much for joining me. Please keep safe, keep healthy. I'll see you soon.